guys, we'll get started in just a minute. Hey, Jen. Because of course, as I'm signing in, the app needs an update. Why wouldn't it, right? Okay, so today, what we're going to need is a band, a mat, and if you don't have a resistance band, you can use a weight that's 2 to 5 pounds. If you don't have a weight, grab something around your house that weighs about that much, or you'll be just fine using your body weight, okay? Okay. Oh, good. Okay, Jana, you have the recording going. Awesome. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to come back to our mat. Again, we have our band nearby. All right. Got the timer going. Okay, so we're going to come onto our mat. Heels in toward your glutes, and let's lie down flat. Brace the core, pressing your low back toward the mat, shoulders down from the ears, chin tucked, hands down by hips, palms up, and we're just going to start with a gentle leg lift. So both knees lift at the same time, and lower down. Lift, and lower. So knees stop directly above your hips. Shins are parallel to the ceiling. Low back pressing toward the floor. And do 3 more. Lower abdominals engaged. Upper body nice and loose. Last one, hold the knees up, knees over hips, arms out to a T, palms up. Oblique drop, knees to the front. Go back to center, now drop to the back. So here what we're concentrating on is keeping the shoulders glued to the floor as we move. Find your range with the bent knees, warming up a little bit through the waistline. And then once you're more comfortable, you can either extend one leg and then switch as you come to center. Or the next level of difficulty would be extending both legs. We've got 3 more on each side. Remember, keep your shoulders glued to the floor. There you go. Good range, Judy. All right, hold center. Bend the knees again. And we're going to see crunch and down. So fingertips are at temples. We're holding the knees over the hips. Chin is tucked, sliding the rib down toward the hips. Now, if you'd like to get a little bit more out of it, for the last 5, we're going to crunch, and then on the way down, extend your legs out. Crunch and extend. In that extension, focus on keeping the low back toward the mat. Don't let it arch up. If it does arch up, just keep the knees bent. We've got 1 more. Good job. Bring the feet down, heels in toward the glutes. Drive the heels down and lift up in a hip bridge. So drive the heels down, pressing through the mat, squeeze the hamstrings, squeeze the glutes, drive your hips toward the ceiling, and lift your back up off the floor. I lift my arms. You can see first thing touching is the very top of my shoulders. Hold here for a minute. Then once you get used to this position, squeeze a little bit tighter, push the hips up a little bit higher, warming up everything through the back of the body here. Now 1 more time, squeeze and lift. Can you get your chest to your chin? Hold for 3, 2, we're gonna reverse the warm up now, lower down, back to the C crunch, fingertips, temples, knees up, We're up and down. You want a little bit more. For the last 5, extend as you lower down. So extend and up. Keeping the low back toward the floor. Controlling the legs with the lower abdominals. You're lifting the shoulders high off the floor as we crunch. One more. Good job. Arms out to a T, knees over hips. Drop to the front, into the back. If you want a little bit more, extend one or both legs, choice is yours. Or you can stay with bent knees. Just remember, your range is dependent upon your ability to keep both shoulders anchored to the floor. Rocking hip to hip. We're warming up through the waistline here. One more each side. Good job, knees back over center. And we're gonna lower and lift. As you lower the feet, it's just a gentle tap onto the floor. So as soon as you feel your toes touch, bring them back up. Go back, pressing toward the mat. We've got 5 more. All about control here. 2 and 1. Nice job. Grab behind the knees, roll up. We're going into our hover track. Now remember, if you have shoulder or foot problems, you can always do the hover track leaning against a wall instead of the floor. Flip onto your belly, elbows under shoulders, feet hip distance apart. Now bring the hips up to shoulders, and you can either stay here on your knees or lift up to the toes. All right, we're gonna start moving. So if you're on your toes, you're gonna drop the knees and lift, down and up. Looks like this from the side, down and up. Keeping the hips still as you move. Now if you're on the knees, you're lifting one knee at a time. Now if you're on the toes, you want a little bit more from this lift. You're gonna alternate lifting your feet. So knees down, knees up, lift front foot, put it down, knees down, knees up, lift back foot. If you're lifting the foot, you'll stop squeak height. We've got 10 more seconds. Press your forearms into the floor, pull the belly button up. Last rep, knees down, come on up into plank. That means we're on the hands. Hands under shoulders. If you're staying on the knees, fine. Shift your weight forward so that your chest is between your thumbs. If you're gonna come up to the toes, do it now and hold. Press your palms into the floor, bring the feet slightly wider than hips, belly button up toward the spine, and we're gonna shoulder tap. So, tap, tap. Pressing the palm into the floor, holding the body still as we move on the knees. Looks like this. If you find yourself rocking, drop to the knees. 15 seconds more. Come on. Keep the hips shoulder height. 2, 1. Flip to your back. Bring the knees over your hips. Palms up. Hands a little bit out from the sides. We're going to reverse bicycle. So right now, knees over hips, shins parallel to the ceiling. All we're going to do is dip the leg down, extend, pull it back up, switch legs, extend, and up. So the block of work that started after our warm-up is called integrated training. What we're doing is teaching every muscle in the core to work together to control our movement. So if you want a little bit more out of this, you can speed up your movement. If you want even more, you can reach the arms and pull the shoulder blades up off the floor. 30 more seconds. Reach the leg nice and long, point through the toe. Then as you come back, create the 90 degrees in the hip and the knee. 15 seconds. Reach long. Lift the shoulder blades up if you're there. 5 seconds. 2 and 1. Grab behind the knees, flip over, back into hover. Feet in line with hips. Arms into the floor, elbows under shoulders, belly button up, hips in line with shoulders. Knees or toes. If you're on the toes, down and up with both knees at the same time. If you're on the knees, lifting one knee at a time. Keep the belly button pulled up toward the spine. Nice straight line from head to tailbone, okay? Remember, if you want a little bit more, you're lifting the foot, alternating side to side. Press your forearms through the floor to stabilize your shoulders. Drive the heels back and squeeze your glutes. Last rep. Done. Come on up into plank. Palms pressing into the mat. Knees or toes, choice is yours. Find your good posture. And when you're ready, shoulder tap. Eye gaze in front of your fingertips, about 2 to 3 feet, keeping the neck in line with spine. Press the palms into the floor. Pull the belly button up. Bracing the core nice and hard, holding the body still as you move. 30 seconds to go. Beautiful control, Jen. I love that you're keeping your hips still. They're not rocking side to side. Good. Good job. Nice hold, Judy. Good job. All right, guys. 10 seconds to go. 10 seconds to go. Last one. Nice job. We're going to go into rotational power. So if you have a band, now is when we're going to use it. Go ahead and stand up. Grab your band. If you don't have a band and you're going to use a weight, you're going to put that weight in your left hand. Band. Step in center with your right foot. Drop the inside handle. Left hand reaches across and grabs the handle. Square your hips. Sit down into a squat, knees wide, weight in heels. And we're going to lunge over. Arm long, chest twisted, hips squared. Pull up. Now both hands on it, wood chop. So we have a single arm row. We have a wood chop. So here, hips stay square forward the whole time. Chest is lifted. And we twist the chest corner to corner. Now if you want a little bit more out of it, just speed up your work. Driving the knees wide, keeping the hips low. As we row, feel the shoulder blades slide in toward the spine. Now, your hips do not lift and lower. Your hips are sliding side to side, drawing a parallel line to the floor. Chest is up. Nice, proud, strong posture. Twisting through the upper body. 15 more seconds. Exhale on the effort. Inhale on the reset. Last rep. Hold. Just wood chop. Reset your posture. Knee push out. Hips back and down. Chest up. Shoulders together. Up to corner. And down. Again, keeping your hips square. Keeping the shoulder blades pulled in. Keeping chest lifted. Twist through the center of your chest. Just small, quarter to quarter. Push the knees wide. Keep the weight in the heels. Core braced, lifting the upper body to move the legs. All right, you want a little more for the last 30 seconds? We're up and hold. Resist back. Up, hold. Resist back. So power the band up to the corner. Then we brace the core to hold it there, and then resist the pull on the way down. 15 more seconds. Keep the core tight. Strengthening through the waistline here, team. Hold. Switch sides. So band. Step in center with left foot. Drop the inside handle. Right arm comes across. Grab the opposite handle. Sit down low, weight in heels. Shift to the left. Hip square. Turn to the corner with your chest. We're gonna row and chop. So as you row, feel that shoulder blade slide in, trying to touch the opposite side. Here we're strengthening the muscles that support the spine in twisting movement, keeping the body upright as we lift, as we twist, as we lose our balance. Keep chest lifted, foot down, hip square. So obliques and sling muscles. Right about now, you should feel real warm right through the center of your body. Last one, down and hold. Reset the shoulders, chest up, hips square, knee out, wind chop slow. Up and down. Keep the chest lifted as you come down. Squeeze the shoulder blades together in the center of your back. Train the upper body and lower body muscles to work together to create strength and control. About 20 seconds. Up and hold. Resist down. Up and hold. Resist down. Now this is the next level up. If you want to stay with the slow, go ahead and do it. With this, you're really going to start to feel it in the upper back as well as the waistline. 10 more seconds. Really punch the hands up to the corner. Last one. Good job. Moving into hip and glute strength. If you have a band, keep it. If you don't, no worries, just set up without the band. Step both feet in center. Hip width distance apart. Cross the handles. Then bring them up on your hips. Roll shoulders up, back, and down. Sit the weight into your heels. I'm going to step nice and long back with the left leg. Once you get the leg back, shift your weight forward into the front foot. No weight on the back foot. Square your hips and shoulders to the floor. Single leg squat. Down and up. So there's no weight in that back toe. It's just there to help us balance. Press the front knee away from midline. Drive through the heel to activate the glute and hamstring. Brace the core, keeping the chest proud, torso long, hips and shoulders squared. If you want a little bit more out of it, you can try, my balance is horrible, but I'll try. You can try hovering that back foot off the floor as you move. Okay? So right now you're going to feel most of the work in that front leg if you're doing it right. You should feel it in the glute from driving the heel down and also the hamstring from driving the heel down. By pulling the knee away from midline, you're going to feel it in the side glute muscles. All the way forward, push your chest out over your toes. 5 more seconds. And done. Step in under feet. Keep the right foot planted. Lift the left foot out. So side lift. Keep your body straight. So try not to lean too far over to the right side. Chest up, shoulder blades in. Flex your foot and drive through the middle and outside of your foot. So the outside of your arch. Drive your standing foot through the floor. Brace the core, lift your chest. That's going to help you keep your balance and keep you nice and proud. Come on. Keeping the foot level. So don't lead with your heel. Don't lead with your toe. Lead with the center of your foot. 10 more seconds. Working the left hip for sure. Nice soft in the right knee. Also working the right hip to maintain balance. All right, set it down. Reset, shoulders up, lean. Sorry, we're gonna deadlift. So lean over toes, come back in. Lean over toes, and in. So we're driving the heel down. We're bracing the core, keeping hips and shoulders square as we tilt. And then as we stand, driving through the heel, squeezing the glute, squeezing the hamstring. As you step back, it's just a toe tap, no weight in the toe. 20 seconds more, and we switch sides. Push that front knee away from midline as you tip. Drive the heel down as you come up. Squeeze the butt super tight. 2 more reps. Stay strong in your movement. Last one. Good job. Reset. Quick shake. Let's do it again. Feet hip distance apart. Weight in heels. Lift the handles up to the waist. Roll shoulders, chest up. Set your left leg. Step back long with right. Square hips and shoulders. Eye gaze in front of the toe. Chest over toes. Lift and lower. Down and up. Remember, that back toe is so light, you can lift it if you have enough balance. That's your challenge. If you can't lift it, can you just have the very tippy toe on the floor? Bring your chest out in front of your toes so all of your weight is shifted forward into the front leg. And try to get a little bit lower for the last 35 seconds. Hold the belly button in. Lengthen through the spine. Keep your hips and shoulders still so you have nice, strong posture. Now strengthening the hips. That's going to help us in every aspect of movement, especially those of us with knee pain. Strong hips keep knees in line, which results in negating that kind of uneven wear on the knee. All right, last one. Step in, stretch the left leg, chest up, lift right leg. Flex your foot. All right, keep going. As this leg stands, we're focusing on a soft knee, driving the foot into the floor, giving a nice strong foundation to drive from. Chest is up, loading this leg with all of our upper body weight. Then, the resistance of the band is going to pull on the lifting leg, forcing these outer hip muscles to engage. Now, if you don't have a band, that's okay. Just focus your mind on these outside hip muscles. Ten more seconds. Drive through the outer edge of your foot. Keep your foot parallel to the wall. Ooh, I caught myself leaning. Are you leaning? Lift up. Lift up tall. Last one. Good job. Set left foot and chest up. Deadlift. Right foot steps back. Down and up. As you come in, focus on squeezing the left glute. Focus on driving the left heel down. Focus on lifting the chest and then tipping it over the toes. So even though we're working the hips and glutes, let's focus a little bit on the upper back by sliding the shoulder blades in. That's gonna help us keep good posture, and that's gonna load the legs with the weight from our upper body. Five more seconds. Last one. Good job. Use the band, we're done with it today. Time to work obliques. Come on down to the mat. Elbow under shoulder, onto the side, square your hips and shoulders, bend the right knee in line with hip, extend the top leg, bring the arm up over the shoulder. We're just gonna lift and lower and side hover. Up and down. So if you can, keep the hip hovering over the mat. Keep going. There you go. Just lifting and lowering the hip. Now, this is level 1. If you want to go to level 2, you're going to lift the top leg and hold it in line, hold your foot in line with your hip as you move. Level 3 is extending both legs and lifting and lowering from here. Whichever level you're at, hips and shoulders square toward the screen, no rolling forward or back. 10 more seconds. All right, set the hip down, quick shake, reset the elbow, shoulder over elbow, reset hips, reset shoulders, lift up again, lift the foot hip height, extend the arm overhead, crunch in, extend. Drive the forearm into the floor, bring knee and elbow together, then drive the foot away from your body. 30 more seconds. If you need a little break, you can set that bottom hip down. Totally fine. Just keep great posture and keep with the movement of the upper leg. Otherwise, keep your hips lifted. We've got 10 more seconds. 2, and 1. Good job. Flip to your back. Arms out to a T, knees over hips, and we're gonna go into oblique drop. So go ahead and bring the knees over hips, shins parallel to the ceiling, drop forward and back. Shoulders anchored to the floor, rocking hip to hip, and again, you decide your intensity. You can extend one leg, then switch as you come back to center. You can extend both legs if you want. Now, if you want to add another level of intensity, we're going to rock back, crunch, down, swing forward, crunch, down. So all we're doing is lifting the shoulder blade up off the floor as we're in that oblique drop and reaching for the foot as the knee bends. 15 seconds to go. If you don't want to do the crunch, you don't have to. It's just an added level of intensity that you can choose to do to strengthen those obliques a little more. Back to center, hold, grab behind the knees, roll up, back into side hover. So, switch sides. Elbow under shoulder, knee in line with hip, hips and shoulders stacked, lift up and down. Keep going. Our obliques, the muscles along the side of the waistline that connect the shoulders to the hip on the same side. As you lift, you're squeezing, essentially crunching through that bottom oblique, strengthening it. So strong obliques are really great for in classes like body pump or just everyday life when you're lifting things over your head. Keep your shoulder over your elbow. That's going to protect the shoulder joint. 2 seconds. Hold up, extend, crunch in and out. Remember, modification, set your hip to the floor. Just keep reaching long with the leg and the arm. So here, working both obliques. Bottom oblique working to lift the hip up off the floor. Top oblique working as we slide the rib down toward the hip in that crunch. Extend long. And 3, 2, 1. Set the hip down. Good job. We're going to go into our posterior chain work. Grab your band. All right, final block of work today. Step your feet hip distance apart. You have the choice, depending on what intensity you want. If you don't have a band, don't use it, totally fine. You can either cross or leave them straight. Tip forward, shoulder blades in. We're gonna cobra. Cobra, halfway down. Cobra, all the way down. Up, half, up, down. So tip your chest over your toes. Sliding shoulder blades in, hips pushing back. Pulling the shoulder blades together each time you reach the arms. Weight and heels, weight and heels. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Side raise, arms out. Up, halfway, up, down. Keep the shoulder blades pulling together. Reach the arms nice and long. Cross band is too much, uncross them. Now, if you don't have a band, you're still doing the movement, but you're really focusing on touching the shoulder blades together and then sliding them down your back. You're still gonna feel that tension building. 15 more seconds. Come on, 5 seconds. Reach the knuckles wall to wall. Feel it in the upper back. Feel it in your triceps. Tilting forward, we're engaging the low back and glutes. Done. Lose the band. Come on down to the floor, push-up position. Hands just wide as shoulders. Knees or toes, choice is yours. I'll turn sideways so you can see what I'm doing with my legs. We're going to do a tripod push-up. So down, up, switch. Down, up, switch. So the push-up is engaging the back through the shoulders. By lifting the heel glute height and extending the leg, we're engaging the glute muscles and the low back muscles that support the lumbar spine. So some of us might think this is pretty easy. If you do, add a pulse. 4, 3, 2, drive up and switch. So you can either stay with the singles or go with the pulse. Wherever you are, check your hips. If they start to float back, shift forward so that your chest is between your thumbs. Drive your palms through the floor, chest elbow height, and as you lift the leg, keep your hips square. Five more seconds. Good job. Flip over to your belly. Squeeze your glutes together. Squeeze your calves, squeeze your feet together. Everything in lower body glued together. Bring the arms wide. Palms up, facing forward, thumbs up. Sorry, palms facing forward, thumbs up. Lift and lower. So we have a back extension. We're lifting the chest off the floor, sliding the shoulder blades in, and lifting as high as we can. We're aiming for the belly button to be the first thing touching the floor. 15 more seconds. This is our final move, come on. Actually, it's 30, sorry. Now, if you want a little bit more, pulse 4 times. And lower down. Squeeze the legs together, squeeze your butt. That's gonna bring those muscles that engage